Hello everybody, my name is Tashia Gates. As an actress, I've had dramatic roles in motion pictures and a recent hit television series. Soon to come, I'll be playing the role of Roberta in John Patrick Shanley's Danny in the Deep Blue Sea in an independent off-Broadway production. I now hold a new role as the honored narrator for the audiobook collection from the entire portfolio of historical and science fiction written by the author Dr. Don W. Hill. Today, you will be formally introduced to an audio snippet from the Vampiro Trilogy. I will present to you an excerpt taken from Chapter 5 called Immolation, found in Volume 1, named The Nightcrawler Protocol, lifted straight from the pages of Hill's science fiction thriller that he co-authored with the late Thomas Cavaretta. This innovative revisit of the ancient myth of human vampirism explores the hypothesis that human vampires transition into their ravenous and bloodthirsty condition as a consequence to a plausible, horizontally transmitted infectious virus. In this brief excerpt, the vampiro named Romero Lopez has slaughtered his own family at a New Mexico farmhouse, and the National Guard has been activated by the secret Nightcrawler military protocol to exterminate him before an infectious epidemic of this peculiar disease spreads throughout the community. Are you ready for a brief but bumpy ride? This audio excerpt will begin at the end of this countdown on 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Lopez,
Captain Morales bellowed through the bullhorn.
I'm sending in 6 military personnel and a medical scientist from the CDC named Dr. John Henry. I promise that we won't hurt you if you don't put up a fight. Sergeant Frey, pick 5 men to go with you.
Captain Morales ordered.
John Henry, as you are a civilized man of letters, I want you to take point on this mission. You need to try to calmly persuade this individual to surrender without further incident.
John Henry turned to address Sergeant Frey and the other soldiers who were about to follow him into the breach.
Listen to me, men. If things go south and I'm taken down, fire at will. Don't let Romero Lopez slip away under any circumstances. If he somehow escapes, we're all collectively fucked, and I do mean totally. You have my word, Doc,
Sergeant Frey promised.
We'll have you covered.
The interior of the farmhouse was as black as tar. It appeared that the main electrical circuit breaker had been disengaged. The men, armed with powerful flashlights, systematically swept through the house. The remains of Cappy and Joe Lopez were found in the kitchen. It was clear they were victims of predation. Dr. John Henry looked over his shoulder to again address the 6 military personnel who accompanied him.
Good God in heaven! I hope this guy doesn't go down swinging.
Just then, the voice of Romero Lopez called out from a bedroom down the hallway.
Help! I'm in the back room!
The soldiers reached the closed bedroom door, where Romero Lopez was calling for help.
Come in, boys. I've been waiting for you. What took you so long to get here?
As Dr. John Henry was point on the probe, he cautiously opened the bedroom door and walked into the room first.
Romero Lopez, I'm an epidemiologist and infectious disease specialist from the CDC. My name is...
Dr. John Henry never completed the sentence. His body was still standing upright when his severed head bounced across the floor. The maniacal voice of Romero Lopez called out,
Is anybody up for a game of soccer? Well, our Mexican friends call it football.
Romero kicked Dr. Henry's lifeless head with such force that it lodged into the sheetrock of the bedroom wall. As if he were a play-by-play television sports announcer who was reporting on a Mexican League soccer match on the Telemundo network, Romero raised both of his arms toward the ceiling and cried out,
Goal! Go, 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 go!
Fall back! Covering fire! Sergeant Frey ordered. His 5 remaining compatriots leveled the barrels of their M16 automatic weapons in the direction of the Vampiro and began to hose down the interior of the farmhouse with a deadly shower of lead. The brave men, in great haste, retreated to escape the menacing, bloodthirsty ghoul. However, trying to shoot Romero Lopez was an act of futility, akin to trying to put a bullet into a moth that was fluttering about the room. The Vampiro was just that fast, and his gyrations were just that erratic. Once Sergeant Frey and his commandos exited the farmhouse through the gaping hole in the living room wall and retreated to safety, Captain Morales gave the order.
Fire at will! Fire away now, goddammit! Fire away!
While keeping his head down, Dr. Blanks crawled up to Sergeant Frey and asked, "What in the hell happened in there? Where's Dr. Henry?" Sergeant Frey started to scream.
Lopez ain't human! Do you hear me? He's in there right now, playing volleyball with the head of John Henry. I'm sorry, Doc, but your friend didn't make it.
In a 5-second debriefing, Captain Morales was informed that the bodies of 2 elderly decaying people were seen in the kitchen, presumably the corpses of Romero Lopez's parents. No other living beings were seen in the farmhouse besides the Vampiro. Captain Morales got back on the bullhorn and instructed,
"Nothing gets out of there alive!"
As the Lopez family farmhouse began to disintegrate, Captain Morales issued a radio communication to the circling Cobra assault chopper.
"Cut loose with the snakes! Expend all of your ordnance on the farmhouse! Am I clear?"
In accordance to the original tactical plan of Captain Morales, the Lopez family farmhouse was burned to the ground. By the time that the home was reduced to red glowing cinders, the Vampiro must have been long dead, right? Move along, folks. There's nothing to see here, so just move along. The following morning, a forensic team arrived and carefully sifted through the burned rubble. The charred remains of Dr. John Henry, along with the partial skeletal debris from 2 other individuals who would soon be confirmed to be the late parents of Romero Lopez, were quickly recovered. The remains of these unfortunate souls were zipped up into heavy plastic body bags and then taken to the county morgue. After a brief respite and bodily replenishment with ice-cold carbonated beverages, the forensic investigators resumed their search for the missing body of Romero Lopez. By mid-morning, a singed mattress was discovered amid the rubble. Once the drywall debris had been cleared away, the mattress was flipped over and the burned body of the Vampiro was discovered by the National Guard private named Stumpy Wheeler.
"Hey guys, I found the son of a bitch! Somebody bring a pitchfork back over here so I can scrape this shit up and stuff it into a sandwich bag."
"Hey, Stump,"
Sergeant Frey said.
"Before you bag the beast and it gets hauled out of here in a meat wagon, are you absolutely certain that this blood-sucking bastard has kicked the bucket?"
Stumpy Wheeler replied,
"Well, the damn thing certainly looks dead to me."
It would have been most appropriate at that moment if historians had been present to duly record Private Stumpy Wheeler's flippant last comments in the burgeoning annals of famous last words for posterity. Thank you for listening to the
Vampiro Volume 1, The Nightcrawler Protocol.
Written by Don W. Hill, MD. Narrated by Tashia Gates.